Hello. Good morning. Really? What a way to start out a show with. Well, as soon as my dog stops barking, he might hear something out there. I don't know. Really, Phil? Hi, welcome to my world. Really, I'm truly. Oh. There it goes. How you doing? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. You can see how my morning started. Oh, you never know what you're going to get when you go live now, don't you? Well, here you go. As you can see right there, my name's Brian, and I'm a poet. And if you're here for poetry of one form or another. And on this particular program, we do it in musical form by using computers. Yes, AI, I know. Or at least our computer overlords can give us some fun stuff to do, like take old poetry, that's the poet part. We plug it in and we get some music out of it. Some really cool tunes, some awesome tracks, and cringy at times and stuff, but that's all the fun. And this morning, I'm just going to play some. So if you like that, like and subscribe. How's it going, dude? Looks like right now it's just me and you and Phil. So I'm going to play something. And I'll bring this conversation back up in minutes. I just got to get to the right playlist. What do you hear? Oh. Or what y'all want? Okay, this is the most extensive playlist here. Let's start out with this one.
Thou hast that all to me, love, for which my soul did pine. A green isle in the sea, love, a fountain and a shrine, all wreathed with fairy fruits and flowers. Motionless aghast, alas, with me the light of life is o'er. No more. Such language holds a solemn sea to the sands upon the shore. Shall bloom the thunder-blasted tree, or the stricken eagle soar. And all my days are trances, and all my nightly dreams are where thy grey eye glances, and where thy footstep gleams. window. Sharp shivers through the leafless bower. When Faber skis a short-lived glow, far south the lift, dim darkening through the flaky shore. Or whirling drift, at night the storm, the steeples rock. Poor labor sweet and sleep was locked, while burns with snawy wreaths up choked. Wild eddying swirl, or through the mining outlet rocked, down headlong hurl. The doors in Winnox rattle, rattle. I thought me on the Owry kettle, kettle. Or silly sheep while by this brattle. Oh, in a war, and through the drifty blaring spraddle. Beneath the scar, ill-capping bird, we helpless thing, that in the merry months of spring delighted me to hear thee sing. What comes o' thee? Where wilt thou cow thy chittering wing and close thy ear? Haven't you a murdering errands toiled, lone from your savage home's exile? The blood-stained roost and sheepcote spoiled, my heart forgets, while pitiless the tempest wild on you beats. Chittering wing and close thy ear. Haven't you on murdering errands toiled, lone from your savage home's exile? The blood-stained roost and sheepcote spoiled, my heart forgets, while pitiless the tempest wild sore on you beats.
Hey, Joe.
Glass with cold sleep and dazzled by the moon, out of confused hammering dark of the train, I looked and saw under the moon's cold sheet your delicate dry breast, country that built my heart. And the small trees on their uncolored slope, like poetry, move articulate and sharp and purposeful under the great dry flight of air, under the crosswise currents of wind and storm. Clench down your strength, box free and iron bark, break with your violent root the virgin rock, draw from the flying dark its breath of dew, till the unliving come to life with you. you flowers more lovely than the white
Now that is the understatement of the millennium right there. She is, yeah. Yeah, we understood. Yeah, I saw it. I don't know. Yeah, Reese. I was so disappointed in how shit turned out with Reese. I have not watched Reese in a long time. And I'm just gonna leave it at that because that's gives me a sad and but guess what? We just had our what I was gonna say, yes, how about our morning shot, our morning tracks of Funkadelic here? Oh, yes. Everybody adores Tori, and if you don't adore Tori, you have no soul. And there are a lot of people out there who don't have souls, especially these days. Like, yes, this past almost 2 weeks has been one hell of a fucking year, hasn't it been? Oh. So, how y'all doing this morning? Yes, she's very, and her hilarity can be very subtle. You know, she's, yeah. Honestly, I really wish I could have met 20s Tori when I was in my 20s. Oh boy. Yes, it's too early in the morning and I've been up too long. Yeah, I woke up like I went to bed. Oh, yesterday was exhausting. Oh my lord, I was in bed all day. I'm in bed. I was in school all day. I wish I would have been in bed all day. That was the day before. No, I had to go pick up my Bella. She's right there. So it kind of started off a little, yeah. So and then I came back home. That was early. I did very early, and classes all day. First real day of classes, and yeah, I've already got some work to do. But I'll probably be able. I think I'll probably be able to keep up with all my classes. You know, yeah, because I figure I know how most of them are going to go. All right, let's play some more because I have no playlist. I had, excuse me. I'll. Oh, you missed it on Friday, dude. Pizza. That one you said, that Pablo Nerta song, poem that turned into a synth pop. Well, here you go. You hit it right on the head.
because of you.
Yeah, this was from last week. I played it on the Redo and Review on Saturday. I'm glad you like. Yeah. I'm thinking a lot of Ace of Base too. Yeah, I like just see some hot Norwegians in black tight-fitting clothes singing it on stage. Oh, yes, I amuse myself so easily now, don't I? Well, honestly, these days I have to, because if I didn't, I'd probably die. Oh no, cry. I wouldn't say cry from all the existential freaking dread. All right. Let's do this one. Primrose. This is progressive Latin jazz fusion.
Upon a bank I sat, a child may see her, of one small primrose flowering in my mind. Better than wealth it is, I said, to find one small page of truth's manuscript made clear. I looked at Christ transfigured without fear. Light was very beautiful and kind, and where the Holy Ghost in flame had signed, I read it through the lenses of a tear. And then my sight grew dim, I could not see the primrose that had lighted me to heaven, and there was but the shadow of a tree. I could not see the primrose that had lighted me to heaven, and there was but the shadow of a tree, ghostly among the stars. The years that passed like tired soldiers nevermore have given moments to see wonders in the grass. hours like birds flew by, as lightly and as free. 10,000 stars were in the sky, 10,000 on the sea. For every wave with dimpled face that leaped upon the air had caught a star in its embrace and held it trembling there.
Yeah, I find myself actually humming that a lot in my head and stuff, and I like that part. I don't know that part in the second. Well, the second vocal section where it goes leaps and it had the voice go high and slightly off key, off pitch, and I'm like, oh my god, you know. One of the things my poetry workshop professor, stupid work, said ChatGPT can write free verse now. So who knows? Yeah, as long as you're having fun. Well, and then my job right now is to be a student. So yay. Yeah, I get paid to be a student. That's fun. Well, of course, I put in the time earlier, and I invested the money, and I put in the time, and I paid the price. We'll go one more in that vein.
Of racy sap and gum out of the old dark forest come their beaks like hammers wield, and pith is pierced and bark is peeled. Where the green walnut's outer rind gives precious bitterness to the wind, there lurks the sweet creative power, as lurks the honey in the flower. A subtile effluence floats around, where sheath and shootlets break the ground, and in each blossom's magic cup, from infinite deeps a thought comes up. In winter's bud that bursts in spring, in nut of autumn's ripening, in acrid bulb beneath the mold, sleeps the elixir strong and old, that Rosicrucian sought in vain, life that renews itself again. Rich as purple mulberry juice, and what school-polished gem of thought is like a rune from nature caught. He is a poet strong and true, who loves wild thyme and honeydew. Of centuries.
Yeah, I came in this semester thinking that if I have to, I could drop one of the 2 history classes I'm taking, just in case. Yeah, I like to do my chair dancing every once in a while. But yeah, I don't blame you actually for doing your speech, public speaking in front of a class, because that's I don't know what it is. I do not know what it is, but I want to retake speech. I took speech summer of '91. I remember because that was the summer that my parents were, well, my mom and my stepfather at the time, got in that accident. It killed him. I hate to say it, but thank goodness. Yeah, long story. Almost killed her. Actually, I have poetry radio online, all on YouTube, all snipped up. I just haven't done anything with it yet. Funky Poet, not smelly funky. But yeah, I want, for some reason I want to retake it. I made a D in it. I had a freaking. I guess the guy gave me a D out of pity. So see, we already played that. We played that. Let's play one more of those. So, yeah.
One feather is a bird I claim, one tree a wood. In a low voice I heard more than a mortal should. And so I stood apart, hidden in my own heart. And yet I roamed out where those notes went like the bird whose thin song hung in air, diminished yet still heard. I lived with open sound, aloft and on the ground. That ghost was my own choice, the shy cerulean bird. It sang with her true voice, and it was I who heard a slight voice reply. I heard and only I. Desire exalts the ear, bird, girl, and ghostly tree. The earth, the solid air, their slow song sang in me. The long noon pulsed away like any summer day. Cerulean bird, it sang with her true voice, and it was I who heard a slight voice reply. I heard and only I. Desire exalts the ear, bird, girl, and ghostly tree. The earth, the solid air, their slow song sang in me. The long noon pulsed away like any summer day.
I don't know about you, but listening to those makes me want to play the drums. Of course, it doesn't take much to make me want to play the drums. The only problem is I don't have a drum kit. Well, I sort of have a drum kit, but I don't have amplification for it, so I don't have a drum kit. All right. You know, when I play that one, I was thinking, I wonder where Sophia is when I started playing that one. And she appears. Wow, magic. Somewhat. How is it going, Sophia? How are you doing? Big Chief, how is it going? Thanks for dropping by. I hope you like what you hear. Yes, definitely. And that was Sophia's suggestion. She's like, make that one sound like Santana. See, I know how to listen. Hey, Jennifer. So I will be playing. See, my first class today, my only class today, it starts at 9:25. So we got about another hour or so. So I'm going to be playing music for another hour or so. Tomorrow, I'll have a regular show made up, and it'll be strictly hour because, 9 o'clock classes. and then probably do something similar to this on Thursday morning. And then this weekend, the Poets Roundtable of Arkansas, which I'm a member of, which any of y'all, even if you're not poets, can become a member of Poets Roundtable of Arkansas no matter where you live. You know, give me an excuse to come to Arkansas and visit and go to some of the meetings. We're resurrecting out of the ashes of the pandemic, the defunct Central Arkansas chapter, and that's on Saturday. And you, Irish, I might need to pick your brain. See, I'm taking a Irish history class, and I got to write 2 short essays, three page papers. So that's it was like 750 words or so. And he's going to give me the sources, but what's your thoughts on Oliver Cromwell? That's the first person. That's the first paper is going to be over. Was he a demon or a patriot? Oh, yes. I guess that's why. I guess that's why I'm single. Oh, so yeah. So Irish, I might be picking your brain. I forgot what the other short paper or essay is going to be over. I'll figure that part out and let y'all know. But I know the first one is over Oliver Cromwell, and I got to write in a couple weeks. So I'll let y'all all know about that. In the meantime, let's play this one, because it's kind of, you know, where the hell is it? If I can find it. I know it's in this playlist. Ha! Kublai Khan. Hey, Power.
In Xanadu did Kubla Khan a stately pleasure dome decree, where Alph, the sacred river, ran through caverns measureless to man, down to a sunless sea. So twice 5 miles of fertile ground, with walls and towers were girdled round, and there were gardens bright with sinuous rills, where blossomed many an incense-bearing tree. And here were forests, ancient as the hills, enfolding sunny spots of greenery. From this chasm with ceaseless turmoil seething, as if this earth in fastic pants were breathing, a mighty fountain momently was forced, amid whose swift half-intermitted burst. Huge softly the sacred river. 5 miles meandering with amazing motion, through wood and dale the sacred river ran, then reached the caverns measureless to man, and sank in tumult to a lifeless ocean. And mid this tumult Kubla heard from far ancestral voices prophesying war. The shadow of the dome of pleasure floated midway on the waves, where was heard the mingled measure from the fountain and the caves. It was a miracle of rare device, a sunny pleasure dome with caves of ice. A damsel with a dulcimer in a vision once I saw. It was an Abyssinian maid, and on her dulcimer she played, singing of Mount Abora. Could I revive within me her symphony and song to such a deep delight would win me, that with music loud and long I would build that dome in air, that sunny dome, those caves of ice. And all who heard should see them there, and all should cry, beware, beware. His flashing eyes, his floating hair, weave a circle round him thrice, and close your eyes with holy dread, for he on honeydew hath fed and drunk the milk of paradise. Because I love you last night, clothed in sealess, appeared to me your mind drifting with chuckling rubbish of pearlweed, coral and stones, lifted and before my eyes sinking inward fled softly. Your face, smile, breast gargled by death roamed only. Again carefully through deepness to rise, these your wrist, thighs, feet, hand poising to again utterly disappear, rushing gently, swiftly, creeping through my dreams last night. All of your body with its spirit floated, clothed only in the tide's acute weaving 'cause I love you last night, clothed in sea lace, appeared to me your mind drifting with chuckling rubbish of pearlweed, coral and stones, lifted and before my eyes sinking inward fled softly. Your face smiled, breasts gargled by death roamed only. Again carefully through deepness to rise, these your wrist, thighs, feet and poising to again utterly disappear, rushing gently, swiftly, creeping through my dreams last night. All of your body with its spirit floated, clothed only in the tide's acute weaving murmur.
Yeah, no, that's the 60s. I call it 60s psychedelic rock. You know, Mamas and the Papas, Fifth Dimension, stuff like that. And could be in a spaghetti western, but yeah, I'm glad you like that. I like that. I'm gonna play one more, but that first one, of course, was Kublai Khan, which I'm glad it would have never made a good 4-minute track. I'm glad I was able to put something together with that. And then that was Because I Love You, E.E. Cummings, of course. You know, we love E.E. Cummings around here. And of course, one of the ones that started this little fad off, if I can find the right folder. Perennial favorite from where is it? Right here. Like I said, perennial favorite, Edna St. Vincent Millay. I Know I Am But.
Summer to your heart, and not the full 4 seasons of the year. And you must welcome from another part
such noble moods as are not mine, my dear.
Wherefore I say
So I've been neglecting the chat here, but hey, I think you'd rather listen to the music than listen to me. So good, your journey. Are you actually home yet? It seems like going on vacation for you has been an ordeal. And of course, we'll see him tomorrow. And how is it going, Mr. McCoy? I hope you're still here. And did I say hi to Paralyze? How are you doing? Thanks for dropping by if you're still here. Yeah, I get carried away, because this is just cool. But yeah, I like it. I hope y'all like it. And if y'all like it, be sure to hit the like. Because in the subscriber anxiety games, we're back down to, well, last look right here, 463 from 464. So will we tie our all-time record of 411 at 6 times or not? I guess we'll just have to find out together now, shall we? Oh, like I said, if I didn't amuse myself, I'd probably die crying. Oh, yeah. Cool. All right, let's play something. No, not that. No, not that. I don't want that. No. Oh, come on. I hate it when I hit the wrong button. All right, where are we at? Oh, we're at the Unnational Monument along the Canadian border.
This is the field where the battle did not happen, where the unknown soldier did not die. This is the field where grass joined hands, where no monument stands, and the only heroic thing is the sky. Birds fly here without any sound, unfolding their wings across the open. No people killed or were killed on this ground, hallowed by neglect and an air so tame that people celebrate it by forgetting its name. This is the field where the battle the unknown soldier did not die. This is the field where grass join hands, where no monument stands, and the only heroic thing is the sky. Birds fly here without any sound, unfolding their wings across the open. No people killed or were killed on this ground, hallowed by neglect and an air so tame that people celebrate it by forgetting its name.
Experience, like a pale musician holds a dulcimer of patience in his hand, whence harmonies we cannot understand. Of God will in his worlds the strain unfolds, in sad perplexed minors deathly colds. Fall on us while we hear and countermand. Our sanguine heart back from the fancy land. With nightingales in visionary walks, we murmur, where is any certain tune, or measured music in such notes as these? But angels leaning from the golden seat are not so minded, their fine ear hath won the issue of completed cadences, and smiling down the stars, they whisper, sweet.
Well, this program is brought to you in part by my cleaning playlist, so I guess it's kind of appropriate. Yeah, I hate moving. I hate packing. And the next packing job I want to do is packing stuff out of here, putting them in storage for a little while I replace this place with a tiny house so I can move my shit back in that. Because, you know, yeah, you moved a couple times this past year, haven't you? Because with everything that's going on, you know, the possible fear of my neighbors in some respects, because I don't think the way a lot of them do. It's like, do I want to hightail it out of here? Well, I can't afford to at the moment anyways. Plus, I'm going to school. I got goals. But if I let myself, I got to keep in mind when with all the freaking BS going on out there. But if I can keep myself from giving in to myself, then that's a victory unto itself. I don't blame stability, you know, having roots, having a place where you can just, yeah, because it's going to be like my tiny house. My tiny house I want, you know, I want it to be the place that I die in, you know. I'm going to be like, you know, do I want to pass away in this room? This room right now, no. Although it's got books, you know, and stuff, no. Second move in 3 years. Yeah. Might not seem like it, but yeah, once you start getting little roots in and stuff, remember, you know, proto-dystopian future, and despite all that, remember what really counts right now. So, look to this day. Where is it? I know it's in here. Kaladesa, look to this day. In my head, that went a little bit smoother.
Look to this day, for it is life, the very life of life. In its brief course lie all the verities and realities of your existence, the bliss of growth, the glory of action, the splendor of achievement are but experiences of time. For it is life, the very life of life, in its brief course, lie all the verities and realities of your existence. The bliss of growth, the glory of action, the splendor of achievement are but experiences of time.
Yes, thou art wise. And a poet. I hope you're writing. Or if not, we'll point our finger at you next time we do a reading. Oh, Lord, I amused myself so. All right, need to get your dogs out, then go and start before I get lazy again. All right. Then I'll play your song later. Luckily, mine didn't have. Yeah, give them ear scratches. All right, yeah, because I'm gonna play like I don't know, a couple more. I amuse myself so easily. All right, let's play. Again, this one's brought to you by my playlist, The Lady to Her Guitar.
Has ceased to care, then why dost thou such feelings bring to my sad spirit, oh guitar? It is as if the warm sunlight in some deep glen should lingering stay when clouds of storm or shades of night have wrapped the parent orb away. Brook should image still its willows fair. Though years ago the woodman stroke that foreign string. I win, this heart has ceased to care. Then why dost thou such feelings bring to my sad spirit, old guitar? It is as if the warm sunlight in some deep glen should lingering stay, when clouds of storm or shades of night have wrapped the parent orb away. Oh, thou bright sun, beneath the dark blue line of western distance, that sublime descendest, and gleaming lovelier as thy beams decline. Thy million hues to every vapor lendest, and over cobweb, lawn, and grove and stream shatters the liquid magic of thy light. Till calm earth, with the parting splendor bright, shows like the vision of a beauteous dream. Oh, I gaze now with astronomic eye, could coldly count the spots within thy sphere. Such were thy lover, Harriet, could he fly the thoughts of all that makes his passion dear. Turning senseless from thy warm caress, pick flaws in our close woven happiness. Oh, thou bright sun, beneath the dark blue line of western distance, that sublime descends, and gleaming lovelier as thy beams decline. Thy million hues to every vapor lendest, and over cobweb, lawn, and grove and stream shatters the liquid magic of thy light. Till calm earth, with the parting splendor bright, shows like the vision of a beauteous dream. Oh, I gaze now with astronomic eye, could coldly count the spots within thy sphere. Such were thy lover, Harriet, could he fly the thoughts of all that makes his passion dear. Turning senseless from thy warm caress, pick flaws in our close woven happiness.
And of course, there's Mr. Blanket.
Stranger, behold, it's her together. The souls of learning and the
know, sometimes when I don't see the chat move, I get kind of worried. I'm like, are they still listening? And then I realize that they're listening. Yeah, it's like sometimes I see y'all while I'm doing something and I'll see y'all chatting along. I'm like, yeah, I guess I'm not keeping their attention. But all right. What shall we play? Because I want to play like 2 more because I have to get ready to go to class. So, but today, thank goodness, is an early day. So, oh, no, Joe ain't here, so I'm not going to play those. Let's play these 2. A little funk for, you know, I know y'all are there.
Thus the main glideth where my love abideth, sleeps no softer, it proceeds on through lawns, on through meads, on and whatever befall. Meandering and musical, though the hugged pasturage bears not on its shaven ledge aught but weeds and waving grasses, to view the river as it passes, save here and there a scanty patch of primroses, too faint to catch a weary bee, and scarce it pushes its gentle way through strangling rushes, where the glossy kingfisher flutters when noon heats are near, glad the shelving banks to shun, red and steaming in the sun. Where the shrew mouse with pale throat burrows and the speckled stoat, where the quicksand pipers flit in and out the marl and grit that seems to breed them brown as they not disturbs its quiet way, save some lazy stork that springs, trailing it with legs and wings, whom the shy fox from the hill rouses creepy ne'er so still. Stork that springs, trailing it with legs and wings, whom the shy fox from the hill bruises creeping there so still.
Kind of reminds me of a conversation I had with one of my friends last semester, last November. Because I have this unfortunate desire to talk a lot when I'm in class, right? So I talked a lot in my poetry or the poetry forms class last semester. It's like almost at some points me, because I sat right beside the Professor AC. Me and AC were just like having conversations with each other and stuff. And then it got to a point where I was like, I talk enough. Y'all talk. But Michelle, she reminded me that you're that annoying non-traditional student that wouldn't shut up, aren't you? And I'm like, yeah. So I'm kind of, I don't know, kind of tempering myself this semester because I'm kind of sitting in when I walked into when everybody got into the classroom for the workshop, poetry workshop, it's like I'd already been in class last semester with like most of them. There's like four or so that are new, but most of us already knew each other. And I'm sitting right beside, because it seems like Professor Longhorn likes to keep the whole front to herself, and so I'm sitting right here beside one of the guys, really cool guy. His name is Justin. I was like, dude, I promise I won't talk as much as I did last semester. He's like, ah. All right, so that's enough yapping from me. But yes, sometimes with age comes wisdom or experience. And to quote one of my favorite clones from the Clone Wars cartoon, the Star Wars Clone Wars, experience outranks everything. All right, so I am going to play Baby Vamps, and we're going. No, I gotta get it right. In the meantime, everything we do here is under public domain and stuff. But the important part, my friends, is to go out there and have a awesome day and tell me all about tomorrow. Same time, same channel, whatever time zone you might be in. All right. It's funny. Funny. I amuse myself way too easily sometimes.
Baby Vamps, is it harder work than it used to be? Are the new soda parlors worse than the old time saloon? Baby Vamps, do you have jobs in the daytime, or is this all you do? Do you come out only at night? In the winter at the skating rinks, in the summer at the roller coaster parks, wherever figure eights are carved by skates in winter, by roller coasters in summer, wherever the whirly jigs are going and chicken, Spanish, and hot dog are sold. There you come, giggling baby vamp. There you come with your blue baby eyes. Sing. Take me along.
Is it harder work than it used to be? Are the new soda parlors worse than the old-time saloons, baby vans? Do you have jobs in the daytime, or is this all you do? Do you come out only at night? In the winter at the skating rinks, in the summer at the roller coaster parks, wherever figure eights are carved by skates in winter, by roller coasters in summer, wherever the Willy Jigs are going and chicken, Spanish, and hot dog are sold. There you come, giggling baby vamp. There you come with your blue baby eyes. Sing. Take me. Oh.
You know, I still want to know what chicken Spanish is. All right, my friends. I will see y'all same time, same channel tomorrow. Y'all go out there and have a good one, because you know what, life, we're fucking coming for you. At least I'm going to go to class now. Yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow, and maybe out in the chats later today, because although I got work to do, lots of work. Being a full-time student, I love it. Yay.